Alrighty, long time no see. This is how I lost 500 and some ish dollars trading the Nasdaq, and I blew my XFA. So let's break down basically what happened and why I took the trade. So we go to the hourly, and we have a lot of bullish movement to the upside while creating an SMT, a bearish SMT, yes. But what I wanted to see was us to tap into this hourly right here, tap into it, and then reverse out of it and get some longs going. But as you can see, we pumped way past that, sweeping this low, and this low, and all the way down, tapping this 4-hour gap. So after seeing that we went down and tapped this 4-hour gap, I went down to the 5-minute, and I basically just created equilibrium of this entire move, seeing what confluences I can get with the reversal back upwards. Now with this 5-minute, you can see that there's a 5-minute gap right here. After sweeping it, closes above the 5-minute, and then when we go down to the 1-minute, I created a Fibonacci tool, which basically shows the extensions of the -1 to -2 to 2.5, which is basically just ranges that price would most likely want to go to. And as you can see, there's this 1-minute fair value gap on this -1 extension on the Fibonacci. So that was my targeting, basically equilibrium of this entire move plus the -1 Fibonacci retracement tool. I was going to be targeting equilibriums right here. And as you can see, there's this high right here, or the 0 where the Fibonacci tool is at. Had my entry right there as the 1-minute pushed past it, closed above it. And as you can see, we tapped the 5-minute gap, reversed out of it, completely stopped me out, and now we are ripping up to my TP. So this is probably the worst way to lose an XFA, especially when you see your TP about to get hit. But let's break down why this was a bad trade or what I could have done better. What I could have done better was wait for either, first of all, use the Fibonacci tool and enter off of this 1-minute gap right here and the inverse of this 1-minute gap. So basically having stops below or at this -1 retracement and this inverse fair value gap, and targeting again the same thing, having a better risk to reward and having stops all the way at the low. That is one thing I could have done. The second thing, the second thing that I could have done was wait for this 5-minute gap to get completely filled and then inversed. I didn't do that, and as you can see, it completely shat the bed and came back down. Now on ES, prior to ES taking out this high, it wanted to come back down, retracing the 5-minute gap, as you can see right here, and that was the close of this 5-minute gap. And I was like, okay, cool, ES tapped this gap, we could see a retracement, and well, we did, but ES completely swept it and then closed above, and you can barely see that right there, but there is a small little wick right there, creating a large displacement, and ES is now ripping to the upside, taking out equal highs and continuing to push higher to all-time highs. So those are the two things that I could have done better. But yeah, this just really sucks, staring at my TP going to get hit after I get stopped out. But yeah, about $500 down on my XFA. It says that I'm -1,168. I had a $750 win on my account, so add that together, that's basically $80 left on my XFA, and that's not enough buying power to make any type of trades, so this account is basically blown. So yeah, I trade every single day on Kick, 0 to 1 trades, This sucks a lot, but I think I needed to get off this account just because of the fact that I was restricted to either taking 2 micros or 2 minis. So I was either over risking or under risking. And as you can see, this trade, I risked $500, and that was 1 mini. That was 1 mini. I risked $500. And if this was micros, I would have risked, this trade would have been maybe $240 max. But yep, lesson learned. I'm not going to go through Top Step anymore because of that stupid rule. And yeah, now we get a fresh, clean slate for another XFA or another funded. So that is the trade recap concluded. There's nothing really else much to say. This is going to hit my TP, and then yeah, that's about it. So I will be going through my funded futures because they have that 50% off rule. I'm at rule 50% off coupon for the month of July. I will be going through them, trying to get another XFA, and then basically, like I said earlier, reset the process. So with that being said, I love and appreciate you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.